Are you ready for a fabulous February? I think we have found it. I hope. So I love this. We're entering into February in a new Lunar New Year because Lunar New Year is January 29th. And it's the year of the snake. So again, I've said this before, after the drama of the year of the dragon, this is going to be a much chiller year in theory. Yeah, on paper, whatever. So February is really the first month that we're going to feel the energy of the year of the snake. So I've talked about this. I'm not going to talk about it more in this video. You can go back and watch the 9-year in numerology video, or you can watch the year of the snake video. But I really am loving this energy. So we're kicking off February with, again, the year of the snake energy. And February 2nd, we start off with Groundhog Day. Great movie. But it's going to be really interesting to see what Punxsutawney Phil sees this year. I say his name wrong all the time. It's Punxsutawney Phil. I think I'm saying it right now. But it's going to be interesting to see what's going on there because we've had some weird, interesting weather in the South this year already. Very interesting. So on February 4th, we have Jupiter going direct in Gemini. And also we have Venus moving into Aries, just adding a splash of fire to, all things that Venus rules, which is basically our money and our love life, our relationships, not necessarily just romantic ones. Yeah. On the 12th, we have a full moon in Leo that hits its peak at 8:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All my times are Eastern Standard Time because, well, that's where I live. Yeah. On the 14th, we have Valentine's Day and Mercury moving into Pisces. Now, Mercury is not fond of Pisces. Really not a happy place for Mercury. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting little twist on communication on this Valentine's Day, this important holiday for romance. I know, I'm such a romantic, right? On the 18th, we have the sun moving into Pisces, joining quite the party in Pisces, by the way. Sorry, there's a hair tickle on my face. On the 23rd, we have Mars going direct in Cancer. On the 27th, we have a new moon in Pisces that hits its peak at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just want to say, this is quite the little party in Pisces this month. It is. But having Mars go direct from the 23rd until March 1st, this is our small window when we have all the planets direct. Now, planets in retrograde are not a bad thing. It is a time for us to enter the re-season, like I like to call it, where we reevaluate, we redo, we fill in the blank. Whatever you need to do, you reassess. And I think that this is the perfect year for us to not see a huge window of opportunity where all the planets are direct at once. 9 is all about rebirth. It's about living through some endings so that we can have some new beginnings, coming to a conclusion, because we are in a 9-year. And I think that, again, with the year of the snake, I've talked about this in other videos. I'm not going to go in a lot of detail here. But I think that this is a kind of a good year for us to not have this huge gap between retrogrades, between planets being in retrograde. Sometimes we'll have as much as 4 months of planets or 3 months of planets that are all direct at one time. But this year we don't. We just have a very small window just from the 23rd of February until March 1st. So that being said, We're ending February with one planet in fire, which is Venus in Aries, two planets in air, which is Jupiter in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. And Pluto should be camped out in Aquarius for a minute. 2044 is when Pluto comes out of Aquarius. So then we also have one planet and south node in Earth. So we have Uranus camped out in Taurus, and we have south node in Virgo. And in Pisces, oh my gosh, well, there's 5 planets and north node in water. And so we have Mars in Cancer, but Pisces is like the party hub, right? Because we've got North Node, Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune all in Pisces for this period of time. It's, yeah, if you got a lot of stuff in your chart that's in Pisces, you might want to check this out and see what's going on with you and what's happening with you this month. It's very interesting, very interesting. Okay, so the crystal of the month this month is selenite. Now, I realized that we had this crystal as the crystal of the month in October of 2044. Oh my gosh, 2024. What is wrong with me? I am drinking coffee. I am. But we had, in October of 2024, selenite was the crystal of the month. So the reason why selenite is coming back up at this time is because it's a great remover of negative energy, and it removes negative energy. It cleanses auras. It provides protection. It helps with releasing, a big component of being in the year of the 9 and in the year of the snake, for that matter. And it also helps to get rid, as I said, with negative energy, but it's also negative energy associated with emotions like mental and emotional pain. So this is a wonderful time to just sort of like use the selenite to cleanse, clear, release, so that we can move on and so that we can like have some new beginnings and some new wonderful things coming into our life. I'm going to read a tiny little snippet of it because I have read about this crystal before, but here it is. And I'll show you some more examples in just a second. But here is the basics. It works as a vacuum cleaner to purify and cleanse the aura. It opens and stimulates the crown chakra, bringing in the divine light of the cosmos. It allows you to move forward in strength. That, again, is 9 energy. It is. It connects to your higher self and the I am presence. It clears away the old and helps make way for the new, vibrant energy and a deeper spiritual connection. And I think that is just, it's about spiritual awakening. And I think that this is a fantastic year for that. I don't really think that there's a bad year for that. I really don't. But I'm just saying this is a pretty good year for that. So these are all the examples that I have for sale in my booth, and I just found out that someone published my website and there's nothing on it, so there's nothing new on my website right now. But this is the stuff that I have for sale. So I have some wands. This one has all the chakras on it, the chakra symbols, because it is really fantastic for clearing chakras. For that matter, this is a necklace, although my husband hangs it in his car. I also have one hanging beside my bed. It also has crystals that symbolize each chakra. I have some raw pieces of selenite. I have some smooth. This is also a wand. These are considered wands. I have a wand that has like a pointy tip. I love that. I have this thing that I sit other crystals on top of because it has a little divot in the center. I also have selenite bowls. I have some orange selenite, as you will see, that's moon and sphere. I also have some round ones. I didn't pull those out of my booth for this though. And I have some with the seed of life on them. I have some, like, I love these. They're just the perfect size. I know you can't see it with the reflection of the lights. This one has the Hamsa on it. Also great for protection. And this one is just a plain one, but I love the oval sort of shape. I just like those shapes. And then of course I have the rounds, and I have these in orange as well. But those are the ones that, like, I keep around. And I also, I have earrings. I have some jewelry. I have some earrings and some necklaces with selenite in them. These are things that I keep in my booth all the time. And I highly recommend that, like, you go check out, like, your local metaphysical store. I can tell you right now, they probably have a ton of selenite. And I also have an athame made out of selenite. I love it. Also something I use quite a bit. Yeah. Okay. So today I am also, like, as usual, I'm going to be pulling cards from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. If I can get this to get in focus. I know. My Canon has one job. And I'm also pulling from the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. Love these cards. And as I say almost every month, this is one of the, like, few decks that I read from the book, Yasmin Boland. And it's just because the book has so much information that I really feel like is vital when I'm pulling those cards. Everything else, just intuition. So that being said, I'm really excited about, like, moving into February and really getting the energy of this year of the snake. It's a very exciting time. It is. There's not a huge amount of transits happening in February, but the ones that are happening, I feel like it's really important. I mean, we've got 2 planets going direct. We have Venus moving into Aries. I love it. I love it. A little bit hesitant about Mercury going into Pisces, but that's because I'm double ruled by Mercury. So anytime Mercury is uncomfortable, I feel it. And he's our planet of communication. I mean, come on. But let's see what your individual numerology is for this month. I know. I think it really has an opportunity to be fantastic. So let's see what's shaking out for you. Hello, Life Path 11. All right. February for you is going to be a 22 month. What does that entail exactly? Well, first of all, 22 also carries the vibration of the 4. But when I did the, like, addition and when I was doing your numerology, it's not breaking down, like, you don't reduce numbers. So I just received a 22. So that's what we're sticking with. So here we are, like, moving into February, moving into this wonderful new Lunar New Year of the year of the snake. And you are embracing the vibration and the energy of a 22, which is a spiritual master. It's a healer. It's a spiritual, really, this is an amazing healing energy. And this is all about healing, strengthening, building relationships. All kinds of relationships. Not just romantic relationships, but business, friendships, family. It's all about partnerships and relationships. When you step into the vibration and the energy of a 22, you start wanting to be an arbitrator. You start wanting to be a mediator and just being like, it's okay, I can see both sides. Because really, that vibration does feel like both sides. This is a highly, highly intuitive energy, and that is so in alignment with who you are. It is so in alignment with feeling the strength of your intuition heightened. Like, just even bigger. So the energy of a 22 is very practical. This is a luminary who is also very interested in environmentalism. So if you start feeling more like led to like focus on some environmental issues in February, that makes sense. It really does. This is an energy that really wants to help strengthen bonds in relationships and be a counselor, a mediator, an arbitrator, because this energy wants to see like strong bonds, strong foundations in relationships. I feel like I keep saying that, but it really is an important part of the 22 energy and the 22 vibration. And this is coming from someone that is a 22-4 life path. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, what is she doing? Do you see my cat back there? I'm going the wrong way. She's so funny. Like, I've got one cat over here laying on the surge protector, and I'm really paranoid that he's just going to shut the whole operation off. I keep trying to move him, and then she's like, I don't know, chasing light beams or something. It's very funny. Okay, the mantra of the 22 is, I ignite the torch of discovery and healing within my world. Yeah. Spiritual master and also a huge spiritual healer. It's a good energy for an 11, I'll tell you that. The lesson of the 22 is to push through procrastination and feelings of overwhelmment in order to embrace their true life's purpose. So that leads me to the shadow sides of the 22 energy, which is feeling overwhelmed, which causes a lot of procrastination, gives up very easily because they're very focused on like the things that they should be worried about. Oh yeah, that's very easy to step into. Feels like there's too many problems to solve, and there's definitely an inner conflict between being practical and like our feelings, our inner feelings. Yeah. So when you're stepping into this vibration in the month of February, just be aware that some of these things, like feeling overwhelmed, feeling procrastination, feeling like you just want to give up, it comes with the territory of the 22, and it can contribute a little bit to some of your shadow side, which is about, really, Mercury, what are you doing? Being impractical, being like too sensitive, not focusing enough on your spiritual gifts. That's a big thing, right, for an 11. Because if you guys don't pay attention to your spiritual gifts, if you ignore your spiritual gifts too long, too often, it can lead to like autoimmune diseases, persistent headaches, which can also give into migraines, gallstones, kidney stones. We don't need all that noise, do we? Do we? Do we, Mercury? She's so much fun. More of your shadow side is just being impractical, struggling with being able to communicate with people in public. So feeling overwhelmed could contribute to this. Being a procrastinator can contribute to this. Your shadow sides they can definitely contribute to each other in February. So we just need to be aware of that. Definitely pay attention to what Mercury is doing, because Mercury is moving into Pisces, not its favorite place. And Venus, pay attention to Venus. Venus is moving into Aries. It's like bringing up a lot of passion, a lot of energy, which is good and bad. Yeah. The mantra of the 11, I'm just going to remind you of your mantra, which is, I am divine inspiration, making a difference in the world today. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Yes, because you are also all about inspiration. Your intuition is really heightened. You are all about enlightenment and illumination, embracing others, embracing this powerful creativity that's flowing into you, converting your dreams into a reality, accepting divine inspiration, and creating a new way of communicating with other people. So I feel like February, even though it's a short month, could be very powerful for you. It really could. Yeah. All right, let's see what kind of advice cards we get, and let's see if Mercury allows me to spread the cards so that I can, like, pull them the way I like to. Okay, Mercury. Mary, can we move a little bit? I mean, I wasn't making fun of you for sitting over there. You can sit over there. It's okay. Y'all have left so much cat hair on me. I really need to start wearing clothes that doesn't show as much cat hair. I don't think I have any clothes like that. All right, Mary, stop. Stop swishing your tail. Ooh, Freya. Bold. I like that. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Oh, that is not the energy of procrastination and giving up. That is not the energy of being overwhelmed. Freya, bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Well, I love that. I love that. And since my husband, Dr. Seuss, is an 11, I may have to remind him of this. And while I'm here, I'll remind you of the lessons of the 11. The lesson of the 11 is to embrace humility, altruism, and the willingness to convert fantasy into action. Are you ready to do that? And not get overwhelmed or procrastinate. I know. It's not an easy thing to live with. Again, I'll live with it. I'm a Life Path 22-4. Watch out, Mary. I'm spreading the cards. I know. I just need you to move your tail just a little bit. Okay? Thank you, baby. Don't move my camera. Thank you. Okay. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Well, let's see what that's all about. Mary, can I ask what you're doing? I think she's just like confused, but she's going to keep swishing her tail like right across all my equipment. Isn't she sweet? I mean, it's a good thing that they're so cute, you know? There we go. Third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. There we go. Think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Okay, I like that. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there's also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with the promise that not all is lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you will get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now, which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of. So pay attention. I am reevaluating the situation. You know, it's interesting because that's really in alignment with a 9-year in numerology and a year of the snake in the Lunar New Year. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 11. I so appreciate your support on my channel. I am looking forward to the rest of this magnificent 9-year and seeing what 2025 brings all of us. I really just, I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous February. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.